Alright, well, in any case, so we have to go back to the blacksmith for the final dice. I'm gonna do that right now. I'm gonna get that out of the way so we don't have to worry about dice poker anymore. It's not about getting worried, it's more about not getting distracted any further.
So, you thought it over?
My friend Haggard, how are you doing?
I wouldn't mind a closer look at your swords. Care to browse through my wares?
No, I'm more willing to browse through your pockets in regards to some spare orens, because you're gonna lose at dice poker, friend.
I'd like to play dice.
Shall we play now?
No, again, we shall play next week at sundown. We're gonna do this. You start off with racing. That's not a brilliant idea. 2 3s, that's good. What have you got? One. Again, you start with the full house. I am not even going to try that. When you start that high, I'm passing. I'm losing 100%. There's no beating that.
You may know how to wave those swords around, but you're absolute shite at dice.
Oh, I am brilliant at dice. Absolutely brilliant, because I know not to waste my orens when I'm losing a battle. I know when to retreat to make sure I win the war. The war of dice. Of course, my dice rolls don't really reflect that as well. Especially when you start with 2 pair. What am I supposed to do with this? Give me a few more rolls. Alright, you have got... Why? Why do you constantly have the good rolls? What am I supposed to do with that? Okay, I'm gonna go for 3 of a kind. 3 of a kind will win of 2 pairs. Let me do this. Let me win. Come on, Faith, be with me. Faith, be with me. Fate is not with me. Fate is not with me at all. Honestly, tell me he's not cheating. He is cheating. How can you not be cheating? I swear, this guy is using loaded dice with a little bit of a wave on one side to make sure they all roll on the numbers he wants them to roll, because how else are you gonna get 3 of a kind on your starting roll while I only have... I'm not even winning this. At the end of the day, I'm gonna have 0 orens. But I got 2 pair. I got 2 pair. You have got 2 pair. Are you for real? I hate you so much. Okay, Fate be with me, Fate be with me, Fate be with me. A 1 or a 3, a 1 or... I hate you. At this point in time, I'm beginning to think that having 3,500 orens is not that much, because everything is gonna go lost in dice rolling. Oh my god. Okay, 2 pairs. 2 5s, 2 1s. You've got 2 5s, 2 3s. Are you kidding me? Oh my god. Please, Faith, be with me this one time. You're not with me. Again. Okay, dice roll number, I don't know how many. 16, 12, 5, 8. I honestly don't know. Too many dice rolls, too many money lost. I have got 2 pairs. I need to re-roll the 4. Okay, brilliant. What have you got? You've got 2 pairs. I have to hire 2 pairs. Oh, you're not gonna win this one, friend. You're not gonna win this one. I'm gonna go all out. Yes, there we go. Take that, take that, take that. I win. I lost way too much money on you. Again, everyone in Vergen is cheating except for me.
You must be an old hand at this. The prize money is yours.
Thank you very much. I don't want gold. What have you got instead? Do you maybe have something?
I'd like something besides coin. You're a blacksmith's apprentice. Got anything interesting?
I suppose I might. What do you fancy?
What might you have on offer?
Steel?
Aye. 3 colors. Blue, yellow, and red.
It's meteorite steel, not bloomers or garter belts.
Meteorite steel comes in several varieties depending on the nature of the element it's saturated with and the depth of that saturation. The elements dye the ore different colors. For instance, fire dyes the ore red, And red meteorite, well, you work it differently. You heat and hammer form it differently. You understand now?
Yeah.
Sure you're just the blacksmith's helper?
Want anything, or are you just going to stand there and wonder?
I'll take coin, or... Okay, if it's related to fire, red meteorite steel, was that also present in the first game? I'm not entirely sure. I could go for a red meteorite sword. Those things were pretty cool and they were silver swords in the end, but... I'll take some red meteorite.
Red meteorite. Dangerous. I'll take some of that.
Be my guest. Anything else?
More money?
Designed for a purple comet ore brazier?
A what?
A what, indeed?
I'll be going.
Okay, well, brilliant. I learned something about red meteorite. I want to know, because you had those diagrams. Show me. A red meteorite silver sword requires how many red meteorites? Only one. Why does it say I don't have that right now? Where is my red meteorite? Where? You just gave me red meteorite, right? Why don't I have the red meteorite right now? Oh, you gave me a diagram to make it. Well, that's useless. And also I have red meteorite in that case. I thought I would need more. Oh well, a diagram's still a diagram.
I wouldn't mind it.
In any case, a robust red meteorite silver sword need diamond dust, amethyst dust, iron ore, silver ore. I need a lot more silver ore and 2 red meteorite ore. I might have the ore at the inn, but in the meantime... Also, I'm surprised by the massive price difference. The robust blue meteorite sword with a damage bonus on science +7, it's 501 orange, but something like this is only 181. So, You know, I'll buy this just to be sure, to have it. There we go, brilliant. And other than that, do you have any more silver ore maybe? You've got 4. You know what? I'll take it all. I'll take it all just to be safe, just to be sure. We'll slowly work towards that. In any case, Poker Face, Flotsam, completely done. Or Fergan, not Flotsam. Yet the blacksmith's apprentice lost 2. I heard he cried his heart out, for it meant a substantial financial loss. However, gamblers, just like honest historians, leave no room for sentiment. Thus, glory to the Witcher and shame on the defeated. Yeah, we don't speak about all the defeats I suffered. Definitely not. With flickering hearts. And now let me tell you how I solved the crime in Vergen with a bit of help from Geralt, who started the whole thing by talking to the elf Elias. Elias, though he would need a witcher, thought he would need a witcher, but had no idea that a poet would prove to be the key to the case. So you're gonna get involved then, the lion. Oh, I'm liking the idea of that. Young men, both elves and human, were being murdered in Vergen. The elves said their bodies were being found near a burnt village located at the mouth of the gully leading to Vergen, and subsequently being interred in catacombs beyond the town. Geralt took it all in and began to wonder if he should go to the crime scene or to the burial sites. We'll see that in a little bit. In the meantime though, few more houses to explore, few more thingies to rob, if at least no one is inside. You know, for sleeping people...
Gods above.
I said, for sleeping people, I'm willing to make an exception. Alright, that's a little bit of free money. In the meantime, do we have something here? Dwarven hammer. Oh my god. In the meantime, I can only think I can sell all this stuff for a whole lot. And since we're going to the marketplace soon anyway, even better.
And meanwhile, I picture Geralt walking past the guards with his arms full of all kinds of weapons, freshly stolen from the weapon rack a few paces away, as if it's the most normal thing to do.
Okay, what else have we got? What are we walking into? It's nighttime. Phillipa, this is your house. I'm sorry for the intrusion. I should have knocked. My apologies.
What is it, Witcher?
Who is that girl?
Why do we want to
Cynthia.
know?
A leashed sorceress.
Leashed?
A charming expression. Do you also use muzzles?
Leash means a connection between a sorceress and her assistant. An unfortunate term, I admit, but it explains how things are. Cynthia can tap my power, use my spells. She's a conduit. And she's learning along the way. It's convenient, and except for the name, not derisive at all. But you're not here to talk about Cynthia.
Well, right now I'm at least a tiny bit curious, but I doubt I would really understand. Anyway, sorry about the interruption, but I've got some questions about the curse, magical artifact, and I'm looking for Triss. But in the meantime, what are you doing in Eddern?
How is it that King Radovid's court sorceress and advisor is supporting rebellion in Eddern?
This has grown into more than a simple rebellion, Witcher. Prince Stennis' arrival here confirmed Saskia's right to represent Eddern.
Saskia isn't fighting for Eddern, but for the Pontar Valley. Even Prince Stennis considers you rebels. He hasn't moved against you because war with Kedwin hangs by a thread. Why are you here, Sorceress of Tretogor?
It is my duty. If Henselt occupies the Pontar Valley, Redania and Temeria will respond strongly. The North will disintegrate, its unity gone. A dark scenario that is nevertheless avoidable, provided Saskia is successful and wins the Valley's independence.
Even if she thwarts Henselt, there'll be no independence without agreement from Redania and Temeria.
Temeria's expansionist plans melted away with Foltest's death. Redania's ruler is unpredictable, but even he'll have to respect a victory. I'm here to make this victory a fact.
And at this point in time, I'm like, so much politics. I'm just a monster slayer. In any case, I'm interested in the wild hunt.
A sorceress like you ought to know bundles about the wild hunt.
A sorceress's knowledge has nothing to do with superstitions.
The hunt's not a superstition.
True, the phenomenon seems to exist.
I want to know everything there is to know about it.
It's strictly atmospheric. It doesn't interest me. Just as whirlwinds, whirlpools, and snowfalls do not interest me.
Okay, that's fair, I guess. Also, do you by any chance know who Letho is? He knows us, we apparently know him, we used to be friends. What's his story?
Have you heard about a Witcher's school? Apparently the Viper's their sign.
No, why do you ask?
The Kingslayer wears a medallion adorned with a viper.
Pretentious and childish for my taste. He can't be very smart.
Meanwhile, we're wearing a wolf medallion. Does that make us any better? Anyway, I heard Saskia killed a dragon, and I'm right now kinda curious. Is that actually true?
Is what they say true? Did Saskia kill a dragon?
Prince Stennis decorated her for it at the court in Vengerberg, so it appears to be true. If you want to know the details, talk to Biggerhorn. Apparently he witnessed it.
Biggerhorn? Okay, any clue where I can find him? But you don't know. Anyway, time to get to the meat of the real question. I'm looking for Triss. Any clue where she might be?
I'm looking
You
for
two
Triss.
talk to each other.
Letho forced her to teleport near Vergen.
Letho?
Foltest's killer, perhaps Demavend's too. Will you help me find her?
Certainly. We sorceresses must stick together. We have too many enemies.
Triss contacted you through Sheila de Tanzerville's megascope while in Flotsam.
And I haven't heard from her since.
Can you locate her?
A megascope responds to a person's aura. If I had something of hers, I could find her. You were close to her. Maybe you have something.
No,
I
not
don't have
really.
Not good. Wait. A local drunkard claims he saw a redhead fall out of the sky. This could be a lead.
That could be a lead indeed. Fall out of the sky, take a drunkard seriously. Fall out of the sky means portal. So, yeah, that sounds good.
I never heard of flying women before.
Perhaps they're just drunken delusions. It's possible, however, that an unstable teleport ejected Triss near the town.
As it's our only lead, I'll talk to this drunkard. Do you know him?
I'm not used to associating with drunkards, but you'll likely find him in the inn.
Back to the
Thank
inn
you.
it is in that
Come
case.
back as soon as you learn anything.
Yeah, I'm not done
You
yet.
wanted to discuss something?
I wanted to discuss something more, yeah. Magical artifact. You said I needed to find one.
You said we'd need a magical object to cure Saskia. Any ideas where I might start looking?
Magical items do not grow on trees, as you know. Luckily, this area has a long history. There's the Battle of Wraiths, the site of Sabrina Glevisig's death and suffering, the abandoned mines.
I was hoping you'd be specific.
I won't ask you to traipse around with a divining rod, but please try to be a little inventive. Ask the locals, that's always a good place to start. I dare say Alderman Burden knows every last stone in the area. Maybe you should see him.
Back to the inn, back to Alderman Cecile
You wanted to
Burden.
just-
And I have some questions about the curse.
At the council, you mentioned artifacts were needed to undo the curse.
But I can't look for them now.
Too late in the evening?
I can do that.
Why?
I have my reasons. Tell me something.
Not all the ghosts were aggressive. It was a battle going on. But first up, what happened here 3 years ago?
What happened here 3 years ago?
Henselt attacked Edern, but met his match.
Again,
Nobody
Henselt?
won that war. Sabrina Glevisig got into a conflict with the commander-in-chief of the Kedweni forces, and this led to both armies being routed. Fireballs turned the battlefield into a flaming tomb. Henselt accused Sabrina of using a forbidden weapon.
And Sabrina cursed Henselt.
I think so. I suspect the curse got out of hand because of the circumstances.
Circumstances? The stars weren't right, wrong phase of the moon. There's always an excuse for simple bungling.
She placed the curse while burning at the stake. Her hands and feet nailed to a wagon wheel. I'd say she did a good job, considering.
Okay, but not all the ghosts that we saw were aggressive. You noticed that too, right?
Did you notice? Not all the ghosts were aggressive.
Yes. Most just disappeared when they touched the aura of a living person.
I think the curse corrupts the ghosts of the fallen and turns them into draugrs.
Is that the Witcher's professional name for wraiths?
Draugrs are demons of war. They arise at sites of exceptionally vicious, bloody battles. Their bloodlust and hatred in condensed form.
Can you kill them by conventional means?
Turns
A
out,
silver
yes.
sword is enough for a draugr, but as long as the curse remains active, new ones will arise. The soldiers' ghosts are the key. If I could turn the tide of the battle...
For that you'll need symbols of war belonging to those who fell in battle. Hatred, death, courage, and faith. All artifacts must be magically active and connected to the fallen, or they won't lure the ghosts.
Right. I'll look around.
Finding two will be enough. Get the symbols of hatred and death and leave the rest to me.
I'd prefer courage and faith.
Don't fuss.
I'll see what I can do. Cecil seems to know a lot about the area.
And meanwhile, final thing, do you know anything about blood curses?
Know anything about blood curses?
Do you?
No.
We're dealing with a 4th level curse.
Okay,
also
maybe a
known
bit.
as the curse of the Archmistress.
Well, well, I'm impressed.
Thing is, until now I thought it was only a myth, that such a curse couldn't be cast.
You thought wrong. There are 6 confirmed cases of this curse being inflicted.
What about confirmed cases of it being lifted?
1. Achieved by a team of sorcerers led by Archmistress Francesca Finderbear, hence the curse's other name. Sabrina Glevisig was on the team.
Small world.
That's not all. The curse investigated by Francesca and Sabrina was designed to end the Tyson dynasty, the rulers of Kovir. They were cursed by Scarlet Rodalega, a complete madman, but very talented. An eclipse and wraiths also accompanied his curse.
So Sabrina's curse is just a knockoff Rodalega.
Exactly.
Which means we can work from that. But what did Francesca learn?
Can Francesca's experience help us?
Certainly. I know the symbols and the workings of the curse thanks to her.
Care to explain? I'm the one risking my neck.
You'll have to relive the battle and change its course at the right moment. I don't know exactly what will happen. Nobody does.
I'll look for those artifacts.
And in the meantime, I think the rest we will just have to wing. I mean, if we just wing it, we'll just see what happens. Hopefully it turns out right.
I'm good for now. I'll let you know when I learn something.
In the meantime, Sorry for the intrusion once again. You possibly don't mind me snooping around, do you? I mean, maybe there's something interesting, a note, or maybe... I'm not gonna steal the orange, even though I can. Cloth. I'm more interested in something like an interesting note.
Medallion's vibrating.
Okay. Magic. Makes sense. Okay, what about this... Cynthia, hi, can we talk by any chance? Who are you?
Who are you?
I'm Cynthia, a mage in training. Phillipa is my mentor.
My condolences.
No need for that. True, she's a demanding mistress, but she can also be charming. Besides, she's the best there is, Witcher. She has no equals, excepting perhaps the old elven sorceresses. You should see her cast spells. Light and graceful she is.
I've seen
Not
her
like
owl
that
form.
old tart de Tanzaville.
Yeah, speaking of her, we saw her in the memory, or at least our experience, as Stennis. She was there with King Henselt, as we would have expected. But do you know Sheila the Tanzaville?
You know Sheila?
I've seen her cast spells. I've seen all the great sorceresses at work. Sheila's quite manly in her style. Precise, logical, exceptionally composed. But she lacks grace and suppleness.
Is that your opinion? Or are you just repeating what Phillipa says?
We agree in our assessment.
Yes?
Miss Marigold, on the other hand, is talented. But she lacks determination, courage, and a certain cold willfulness that seems necessary.
That's interesting.
Kira Metz and Margarita Lo Antiel are both blasé, seemingly resigned. One's a hedonist and nymphomaniac. The other cares only about her school. They lost enthusiasm for magic long ago. Then there's Francesca Finderbear. Nobody really knows what the old she-elf is capable of. But she's clearly very powerful.
I take it Phillipa has none of these flaws, but she must have some weakness.
Ambition. Infinite, boundless, and burning like the Korath Desert.
That can both be a good thing and a bad thing. Okay, so how much does a magic course cost these days? I don't want to insult you or anything, but...
Just out of curiosity, how much does a magic course cost these days?
I'm certain you can't afford it, Witcher. Besides, you're too old.
No matter. I have a few of my own tricks as it is.
You mean Witcher's signs? Phillipa can conjure up the illusion of a garden full of flowers, fruit trees, and young elves of both sexes copulating merrily all the day. And the illusion is complete. The flowers have an aroma. The fruit and she-elves are juicy.
Invite me over the next time she conjures up this garden. I'd gladly see it. Professional curiosity.
Yeah,
Naturally.
sure.
But I doubt Philippa's in the mood for complicated illusions. She focuses all her efforts on Saskia.
Yeah, and I can't talk to you about that, unfortunately. Anyway, take care. Magic in general. Some pretty amazing stuff is possible. In the meantime, the Thane's Coop. I will take that stuff. I want to see. The coup at Thane's Island was one of the most significant events in history. In that memorable day, during a Sorceress's Summit, the magicians loyal to the Northern Kingdoms intended to arrest those of their brotherhood that conspired with Nilfgaard. The conspirators, on the other hand, prepared a coup against their confratres. They secretly led Skoyatel and Nilfgaardian angels on Thanet. Many members of both factions died in that bloody battle that raged in the palace chambers, yet in the end the traitors had to flee for their lives. This event greatly reduced the mages' confidence, and many fell out of favor of the kings they served until then. It's all about power in the end. Being the best there ever was. Okay, is there anything else over here? No? Brilliant, that means... I think we're done here. Yes. That means we have to go back to the inn, we have to talk to Cecile, we have to talk to Zoltan, we have to play some dice. There's still a long journey ahead of us.
Magic in this world remains a confusing subject, especially because we're limited to mere Witcher signs. As long as they're helpful, there's no problem. But the mysteries of true magic, they remain far beyond our reach.